specific Imaginarium theater and how hard it was to complete. You'll see that I did have a little bit of difficulty, but I did not struggle necessarily. And that's for one specific reason. I basically only completed the easy mode and the normal mode. I tried the hard mode for one fight and I gave up. I was like, nope, I'm not doing that at all. And at first, when I was completing, not the easy mode, because the easy mode is obviously easy, but when I started on the normal mode, I was like, what are these people complaining about? It's pretty okay. And then I realized that people do not stop at the normal mode. They go to the hard mode and then to the visionary mode, which I did not even know existed. But they go specifically to the visionary mode, which is the hardest, I think, and which is a level that you can only unlock through the hard mode, through completing the hard mode. And yeah, I realized that there are so many things about the Imaginarium theater that I still don't know or even understand. For example, that option that where you can choose or invite a supporting character from one of your friend's characters. Most of the time I struggle finding that options, and even now, if you asked me where to find it, I don't remember. I think it's I actually don't remember. Let me just clear my throat. I feel like my voice is going to start cracking a little bit. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, even if you asked me now, I don't think I'd be able to point it out. Yeah. Anyways, the Imaginarium theater is not something that I complete very often, to be honest. Most of the time, I forget about it. But I haven't tried out the Abyss yet, or any of the new ones. Actually, I think I did the one. I think I stopped at the one from Zhongli and Nouvelette's banner, if that's possible, and I haven't completed one since then because I haven't been playing much. So yeah. Anyways, what was I going to say? I forget. Yeah, I think by now, by the time I am voicing over this video, I think Farina and Risley are rerunning, and I feel like most of the people, or most of the Genshin players, are going to go for Farina rather than Risley, because obviously, it's Farina, and also she's a very, very good character. So the people who do not have her want her, and even the people who have her, they want her constellations. So I don't think a lot of people are going to go for Risley, and that saddens me a little bit, because if I had to choose between Risley and Farina, I would choose Risley over and over and over and over and over. I think the only dilemma that I would ever face is if I had to choose between Risley and Navia, and I would just still make it work. And Risley is still a very good character. I just love him. Like, I use him in a team with Verena, basically. But I think if I didn't have Verena, I could easily replace her by someone else, and I wouldn't think about it twice. So yeah, but that's just my preference in terms of characters. And once again, I'm not talking about meta necessarily. It's just like the characters that I like, and yeah, that's basically it. However, I was really surprised because do you know what? They gave us Ayato as a trial, and I always hear that Ayato is not good and that you shouldn't waste your primos on him. And I have nothing against Ayato. The only thing is, I think his design could have been a little bit more colorful rather than just a white suit. But anyways, even at that, I feel like it's kind of like a Mawika situation where you can get used to the outfit. But every time I try him out, because like I think they gave him to us a couple of times already as a trial, and I think he had a rerun earlier in 2024 or something, and I tried him out, and every time I try him out, I'm just like, I want to pull for him. Like, I want to use Ayato so bad. I don't know why. I don't need another Hydro character. I have a lot of Hydro characters, but like, I just want to have Ayato. It's just that, you know, his ability where like you keep pressing O, or like you keep pressing right click, I think, when you're playing on mouse and keyboard. You keep like doing that, and you just keep very quickly slashing through the enemy. I just love that. I love it, and I feel like if he ever has a rerun, I will probably pull for him. And it makes me think of the fact that I think I love all Inazuma characters aside from like Ito. Like, I tolerate Ayaka, I really tolerate her. The rest of them, I like them all aside from Ito. I think Ito just like it's for example, well, first of all, I don't like his abilities. That's the first thing. And second, he's the kind of character that, like, if he existed in real life and I met him and tried to be friends with him, it would drain me of all my energy, and I feel like I just would avoid him. So I don't know, I don't care for Ito that much. I don't want to say I hate him, it's more like I'm indifferent towards him. Like, if he ever has a rerun or something, I'm just gonna be like, oh, yay, you know? Anyways, but yeah, Ayato, I feel like I would love to add him to my collection of Hydro characters. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if he ever reruns in the near future. I think we're gonna talk a little bit about leaks and stuff, so maybe if you don't like hearing about those, or if you don't want anything to be spoiled, maybe skip this part or watch this video later. But we're just gonna talk about upcoming characters in 5.6, 5.7, and so on. So we're gonna talk about Skirk and stuff like that. So yeah, basically yesterday I saw someone talking about a new Fontaine character. Someone who would be like, I don't know, the mayor of Fontaine, or like was I forget, I did not complete the event about it at all, but like that festival in Inazuma basically that Yaimiko was supposed to organize for the yokai and the people. I'd say that all I know about that event is what I saw on social media, but a lot of people seemed happy with it, and yeah, as I said, it provided a nice break from Natlan and the Natlan characters. I know I am probably repeating myself, but I don't think I've ever said this about Natlan, but thinking about it in the past couple of weeks, honestly, I think Natlan gave Genshin a very childish vibe. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's more like at the beginning, Genshin, to me, as an adult who started playing as an adult, as a 20-something adult, Genshin did not feel childish. Like, it didn't feel like it was a game designed specifically for mature audiences or anything, not at all, but it felt simple. It felt like a game that I could play after a long day at work or something. And I don't know, I really don't know how to explain that. Maybe it's just the vibe that I felt from it, but ever since Natlan, I just feel like that region has such a childish vibe to it, and I don't like it. Like, I think I liked the last chapter, the last act of the Archon quest. It's like, now reflecting on it, I know I said it's a good quest, but I think I only liked the last part of it, rather than the entirety of it, versus like quests like the one in Sumeru or the one in Fontaine that I just like really liked. Anyways, hopefully Snezhnaya is different. Snezhnaya, somehow, from all the spoilers that I saw, and also from the way the game has been presenting it or trying to introduce that region, Snezhnaya does feel like it has a little bit more of a mature vibe to it. So, I don't know, we'll see. And again, we're still going to be talking about spoilers and stuff, but maybe this is more speculations rather than spoilers, I'd say. But I cannot wait to see what the Tsaritsa's plan actually is. What is she trying to do with the noses that she is taking from each Archon? And also, why is she not doing anything when a Harbinger fails to get her noses? Because, like, Natlan Archon quest, spoiler alert, Capitano obviously failed in getting her the pyro noses. So, like, what's supposed to happen now? You know, like, she got a bunch of them, but what happens when she doesn't get all of them? Does she need all of them? What does she need them for? And obviously, you guys, I feel like the Tsaritsa is not, I would not call her the final boss. I will say the final character, where, like, she's gonna be the Cryo Archon. She's supposed to be very strong. She seems to have huge authority on people, as strong as the Harbingers, and we know how strong some of the Harbingers are. They respect the Tsaritsa, and I would think that if they respect her that much, it means that they are kind of maybe scared of her. Like, maybe to take her in a fight or something, so, which leads me to think that information all about how does she lead her people, how do her people view her, all of that basically. So I'd say I'm really, really, really excited for her. I think three upcoming characters that I'm really excited for. As in, I would go back to playing if they came out tomorrow. It would be Columbina, Skirk, and Tsarita. And I feel like all of them are going to be cryo characters somehow. Anyways, yeah, we'll see. But anyway. Anyway. So I don't know, I feel like it's that point in the video where I run out of things to say somehow. But I hope you guys have been doing well. It is crazy how we are already in March, you guys. It doesn't feel like it. I feel like January lasted so long. It's like January was like 2 months in 1 month. And then February went past like in the blink of an eye. And then here we are, it's March, even though it doesn't feel like it, because where I live, it was still snowing like this weekend. Like snowing a lot. And then today it's raining. Like between yesterday and today it rained so much that the snow has, I would say, completely melted, but starting to melt a lot, and we can now see the grass. It's not green yet, but we can now see the grass, which like a couple of days ago we could not see, and we had not seen for a while. But I feel like this announces the arrival of spring, which I cannot like wait for. I'm so excited for it, guys, because I kid you not when I tell you in the past 3 months, even maybe more, we've seen the sun a total of like 10 times. And it's terrible because your body feels it, like your body, and also like your mind. Like the sun has such an impressive effect on bodies and minds, and not seeing the sun for a long period of time is just, I hate it. I really, 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 really hate it. So yeah, but I cannot wait for spring because it means being able to go on long walks again and not feel worried about the cold, or like, am I wearing the right shoes? Am I going to slip? Is it going to start raining out of the blue, or like snowing? Is it going to get windy out of the blue and stuff like that? But also it means hikes. It means going out to restaurants and sitting at terraces instead of like terraces or terraces. How do you pronounce that? Anyways, instead of like having to sit inside and going to parks and just like I kid you not, where I live, it's something pretty big. It's like an activity that you do with your friends or even by yourself sometimes. You just find a park, and there are a lot of them around. You just find a park, you sit down either on a bench or on the grass. You just lay down, that's it. Some people do picnics to hear the birds singing outside. You guys, it is incredible how that makes me feel good starting a day by opening a window and hearing the birds sing. It just, I cannot wait for that. Like during summer, I sleep with my windows open, and the number of times I've been woken up by a bird outside, like just like, you know, being very loud, and then I was like angry about it and upset about it because I did not want to wake up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. that day. And like, I know I'm still gonna be angry when that happens in the future, but still I cannot wait for it to happen. I don't know if that makes sense. I really don't know if that makes sense, but I cannot wait for it to happen. Like, please bring back the birds, bring them all back. Obviously, something I'm not excited about in spring and summer are the bugs. There are so many freaking bugs where I live. It's crazy how many bugs there are. And I'm not excited about that. I don't like that. I hate that. But anyways, I'm excited. I'm really excited about that. So, yeah. And you know what? I don't know how many of you guys watching my videos like do Ramadan, but like it just came to my mind because I was gonna talk about it, but I don't know how many of you guys actually do it. But first of all, let me say Ramadan Mubarak to, or wait, this is the English version. Let me say it properly. Ramadan Mubarak to all of you guys who actually fast. Yeah, it started a week ago, last Saturday, and yeah, I've also been fasting, and I'm so used to fasting during summer and spring. I don't think I've ever lived Ramadan in winter, and this year is my first wintry Ramadan, and my first Ramadan under the snow, and it is crazy different. Like, even the vibe around it is different, and like usually, like, I'm used to fasting from 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. till 8 p.m., 9 p.m. during summer time, and now this year we actually fast from like 5:15 to like 5:45 p.m., which is a really short period of time, and I'm excited about that. So it's really nice, and I think with because like where I live, we are going to be changing the time, you know, like we're gonna add an hour, I think. It always confuses me, but anyways, we're gonna add an hour. So basically, we're gonna start fasting at 6 a.m., which is amazing because I can basically start my day at 6 a.m. and then we're gonna eat at 6 p.m. So it's a really short period of time, I think, and I'm so excited about that. But I have to say, if I have one more person asking me, oh my god, you don't even drink water, oh my god, you don't eat at all. No, brother, we don't eat at all. We don't drink water. It's like every year, I feel like even the people I've known for a long time, they ask the same questions over and over again, like, oh my god, you don't drink water, I don't feel like I could go on without coffee. Well, no, felt like, oh, it's lunchtime, I gotta go eat or something, you know, otherwise I don't necessarily like, I don't know, I don't necessarily like, I don't, yeah, you know, and I feel like everybody works the same way, and they just get very particular when you're like, oh, it's Ramadan, we're gonna be fasting, like, oh my god, I cannot go on without food. Believe me, you can. You really can. You do it all the time. You just do not notice at all. So, yeah. Anyways, it's just very annoying because you have millions and millions and millions of people around the world doing Ramadan. If it was hard, if it was dangerous, harmful, or something, people would not be doing it. So if there are millions and millions of people doing it, it just means that it's just doable. That's it. If someone says, I'm fasting, it's Ramadan, don't say, oh my god, I cannot go on without water, blah blah blah, or oh my god, you don't even drink water. Just say, Ramadan Mubarak, and shut up. I swear. Because we're always going to be polite about it. We're going to answer your questions. But internally, we're giving you an eye roll. Believe me, we're giving you an eye roll. Internally. Anyways. But, yeah. Anyways, you guys, that was my tiny venting session about Ramadan. Just needed to be said. Anyways, so yeah, it's also, we're already like at the end of the first week of Ramadan, so there are only 3 weeks left. It is crazy how it's been going by so quickly. It's really crazy. Like 2025 has just been, like, as I said, January was like 6 months in 1 month, and now the rest is just going by in the blink of an eye. Honestly, I have to say, I have a couple of exciting things upcoming and like some personal exciting stuff coming soon that I'm excited about. But I'm not excited about what's to come at work. For example, I don't know how to say that, but work has been very, I don't know how to explain that. It's been dreary, I've been dreading it. It's like, I'm not even excited about it anymore. For a lot of reasons that I will not mention because it's going to put a damp on my day, but yeah, so I'd say I'm excited about the next couple of months for personal stuff, but if I could just like take a long vacation, I would absolutely love that. I would love that. To be honest, I was off a week ago from work. I'd taken a break just because I felt like it was too stressful and I just needed a break. My body and my mind needed a break, so I took a break. But not just for that, it was mainly for like personal reasons that I took a week off as well. But it did help because I didn't think about work at all during that week. I just rested, took care of personal things, recorded videos, and yeah, that was basically it, and it felt amazing. It really felt amazing, and I wish I could do that for a longer do what you gotta do to pay the bills. So, it is what it is. Adulting can be annoying sometimes. I wish there was another adult to take care of things for me. It's crazy, you know, like, some people say sometimes, like, I'm 30 years old, and I still feel like I'm 18 or like 15, and then you have 45 years old people who reply and say, 30 years old is the teenager of adulthood. And I feel that in my bones. I'm not 30 yet. Soon to be 30. I have 2 years left. And not even